Welcome back to the Old Colony Cast, a podcast about all things Plymouth and surrounding areas. I am your host, Andy, joined by other host, Hanna.
Hello.
And our dehydrated editor, Fish.
I am so thirsty.
Yeah. We've been out.
Here.
Well, it's because the noise factory isn't open right now.
Oh, yeah. I was like, it's so silent.
Yeah. It's the way it should be.
Yes.
Yeah, we've been outside for like the past 2 days. I mean, today technically we're inside, but like the garage door was open the whole time.
Yeah, it was pretty warm.
Yeah, we're pretty.
And yesterday was
It's
just
hot.
brutally hot.
Oh my god, it was so
It's
bad.
not good.
No, it was bad.
I'm like, we're ready for those other 3 seasons.
Anything.
I am so Jones for sweater weather right now.
Yeah, seriously. This is very brutal weather.
So I don't have a follow-up. I have a slight mention.
Yeah.
So I was listening to a podcast called Criminal. And the episode was called Flamingo. And I'm like, well, that's weird that, yet another flamingo thing this summer. And the only time, it was all about like the turn of the century trade in bird feathers in Florida and people hunting them and blah, 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 blah. But, so I guess they tried to do, help me out, I asked you earlier, the government.
Audubon?
The Audubon Society. How they try to launch it like I think it was in Florida. This was earlier today and I can't believe I'm already forgetting it. But when I say like they try to launch it in Florida, but then didn't really take, and then some woman in Massachusetts like launched the Audubon Society to like protect wading birds like flamingos.
Oh. I was like, launch what? And you just meant
just like the Audubon Society. Yeah, the Audubon Society. So,
Cool.
yeah. So I was like, oh, that's
John
kind of a
Audubon.
little tie-in.
Have you ever seen any of the Audubon books?
No,
So
Like the field guides?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got one.
Yeah.
I've never seen
You
one.
haven't?
No.
They're very nice. He was
Fish,
he's
we were at a book
naturalist.
thing and Fish wouldn't show it. I'm like, hey man, can I please see your book? He's like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very cool.
It was very mean.
There's a very nice.
Doesn't have good pictures for you, and he's wasted.
There's a very nice documentary on Prime for Audubon too, how he made them.
Oh really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that.
Very
I'll have to
cool.
watch that.
It's very like calming.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like documentaries for like background.
Yes.
Yeah, background
Yeah,
noise.
yeah. It's a good one for that. Super interesting. If you like that stuff. But anyway, or even if you're just mildly interested.
However,
Are we going to talk about the flamingo a little bit more?
no, that was it.
Oh, he's still here.
Yeah, still
Oh, is he really?
Yes.
Oh, I
Is
didn't know
did
that.
they decide it was the same flamingo? Because
I
I know he
believe
had been
so.
seen again, and I
Yes.
feel like it makes more sense for it to be the same flamingo
That'd
than
be
for
crazy if it wasn't.
a second flamingo
Yeah.
to have like made it to Cape Cod, and all of a sudden it's like, great, now we've got a breeding pair.
Yeah,
When
I
was-
see
when
a
was
post
this?
about it.
A couple of weeks ago.
No,
Oh, really?
I see a post about him every week.
Oh, really?
An updated post every
Oh,
week.
wow.
Yes.
Anna is on Flamingo Watch.
I am.
That's the
I
least
think-
surprising thing I've heard today.
I think they just know it. It's obviously an algorithm thing, but yes,
Yeah.
I see something mentioning like spotted again.
Oh,
Like,
no kidding.
Yes.
I did not know that.
Like, he's in Truro, and now
Yep.
he's in like
Wherever.
Orleans.
The
and-
Cape. Still the
Yeah.
Cape.
Yeah, he's a tourist.
He's a
He's a
Cape bird.
vacationer.
He's hanging out.
Yeah.
Doing the Cape thing.
Yep.
Doesn't want to deal with Cape trafficking. Ain't coming back.
No. So pretty cool though. That is
is
really
cool.
neat. We'll have to
That was a good
look
time. I'm glad I brought that up.
Look into that Audubon thing.
However, that's not what we're talking
We're
about.
not talking anything
What are we
about
talking
that.
about today?
You guys been watching the Olympics at all?
Oh boy, have I not been.
Really? Nothing?
Nothing. I think so I have a friend who has been dating this woman for a few years now, I guess. Because I always say new girlfriend, but they're not really new. They live together. And at some point, somewhere, someone made a comment about Snoop Dogg. And I'm like, oh, I like Snoop Dogg. Mm-hmm. She's obsessed with the fact that I said I like Snoop Dogg. Mm-hmm. Like, I wasn't like, oh my God, Snoop Dogg's like the most.
Yeah,
I was just
yeah.
like, oh, I like Snoop.
It's just a point she hung on to.
Anything relating to Snoop Dogg, she sends me.
That's so funny.
For Christmas, she bought me a Snoop Dogg cookbook.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't understand your fascination with. It's almost like, why do you like Steve? But the only thing I know about the Olympics is Snoop Dogg is there because she sent me like 3 articles about it.
Yeah, he is.
I guess he's like a correspondent.
He is,
like he's not just
yes.
there. Like he's
a correspondent. He's quite the representative.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a lot of good energy.
Yeah.
He brings a lot of fun to
He's
the
Snoop.
atmosphere. Yeah, that's right.
I did see him swimming with Michael Phelps.
Yep.
That's about it.
And then he got to carry the torch for a little bit.
Yep, I saw that. She sent me that.
You're like, don't worry, I'm pretty up to date on
Yeah.
everything Snoop related
And
to
then like he was like
the
dancing with kind of like in the stands.
the women's gymnastics.
Yeah,
team.
yeah. So I saw that one. And I think the only other thing I've seen the past few days I've been seeing a lot of this Turkish guy
with
the sharpshooting, like all these people wearing like RoboCop headsets, and he's just like bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
It's just dude in a t-shirt.
And
Yeah.
he silvered. He did really good.
And then we were talking about her last night at dinner was the woman on the U.S. rugby team. And I mean this in a very positive way. A monster.
Yeah.
Just devastating the other teams.
Yeah. She's if we're thinking about the same person or talking about the same person, she has quite the TikTok following.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
we are.
TikTok
Yes.
keeps like showing like, oh, and I'm like, is this the same clip? Oh, I think she ripped someone's arm off in this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Like,
she's like a TikTok
Yeah.
influencer personality aside from her rugby career.
It just happens to
prior
be.
to?
Yes.
Oh, that I did not
I
know.
know. Same time. She's been
Yeah.
playing rugby for a long time, but
Okay.
her content doesn't really have a lot to do with rugby.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
it's there, but
Yeah.
it's not like what I know her
I've
for.
only seen clips from
I was like,
rugby.
oh, she's a rugby player.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
She's like throwing people around.
she's a very good
I
rugby
knew she
player.
was. I was like, oh, she's an
I don't
athlete.
even know
of
she's
some
a good
kind.
rugby player. All I know is she just like tosses people aside.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
like 85% of rugby.
I feel like
from
it
what
is.
I understand.
But, I mean,
Yeah.
someone could argue, be like, she's not a good rugby player because blah blah blah. I know
Yeah.
nothing about rugby.
It's like, fine, she's a very entertaining rugby player.
there you
Yes.
Prove me wrong. I am
Right.
entertained.
But all those little updates to the Summer Olympics aside, there's a hometown hero in it for us.
Wait.
Wait, how hometown?
Weymouth?
Massachusetts. It's,
Like, I know there's
Worcester?
a kid from Worcester
yes.
who's like some kind of pommel horse savant.
Yes.
I saw that. I did see that.
Yes. So I thought we'd talk about him.
Okay.
Very
Cool.
topical of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
moment.
Sure.
I mentioned TikTok.
Yep.
I am on TikTok.
As am I. All the cool kids are.
My
Fish, are you
Never-
on TikTok?
At what point in my life have I been a cool kid, Andy?
my FYP for your page is flooded with things about Stephen. You're gonna help me with this, Fish. Nedoroscik? It's a Slavic last name.
Oh, good, because if there's anything I'm great at, it's Slavic last names.
I think it's Nedoroscik.
Okay. Well,
He has just been like, I don't know, maybe I liked one too many of the videos because
Yeah.
they were just so, I was like, that is so cool. And that's all I see now is like the men's gymnastics team stuff.
Yeah.
The men's gymnastics team as a whole for the U.S. did very well. They all shined pretty brightly.
But did he like clinch some? I saw like
He
him
clin-
do
he
something
came-
and like his teammates were like carrying him
It
out.
came
and
down
stuff.
to kind of like his event
Yeah.
in order to seal placing. Seal
For
the
the
deal.
team.
For the team.
Okay.
He also placed for his event.
Okay.
Okay. So everyone else did a great job too. He is a specialist,
Okay.
which means the pommel horse is the only event he does.
All right.
Okay. Pommel horse is such a funny name.
yeah.
Did you see the spelling of his last name?
Yeah.
Do you think
I
I'm spelling?
think it's Nedoroscik, but
Yeah.
or Skik is SCIC.
All right. We're trying our best, Stephen. Sorry.
Stephen, we're sorry. As it turns out,
Hey, if you don't like the way we say it, come on the show and correct it.
I know.
Totally get him.
So he is from Worcester. He was born there.
Worcester.
He's born. He's an October baby, 28th,
Okay.
1998. Which sounds like man,
Sounds-
he's probably so young. He's
That's not.
it's
That's,
not.
Yeah.
no, he's like 26.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, he's a baby, and I was like, well, no,
He's a college graduate.
I had that problem.
He's pretty. He's
There-
pretty in the middle of his like,
Yeah.
Like he's his physical
He's-
prime. He's
he's
in his
settled up.
20s. Yeah.
I had that problem. I heard that one of the members of Crisscross, the kid rap group, died, and I'm like, that's so sad. And they're like, he was 35, and I'm like, that can't be right.
Yeah, I think you've told me that before.
Have I told you that before?
Dare I say you've told all of us before?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a non-zero chance I was the person he was saying he's too young to.
No, I meant all of us as in the listeners.
As in the listeners.
I think
Yes.
it's been recorded.
It's been on. It could be.
The story has come up on many podcasts.
Hey, not
we've
everyone
done.
listens to every episode.
No.
There you go. So, yeah, he's not like, he's definitely U.S. gymnast team age. And,
Yep.
and you know what? I've seen a lot of people that would be considered out of their prime, like doing random events. There was a 61-year-old from, I forget what country.
61?
Not doing gymnastics, but
Oh.
doing table tennis. And I was,
Oh, I think I
Okay.
did hear that.
Yeah.
I feel
I feel like I'd have been more impressed with gymnastics.
no, of
like
course.
with the rings, that would have been
gymnastics.
awesome.
Yes, of course. But no,
like I could see like ping pong or table tennis
Yeah.
being a much more like reflex driven
Yeah.
reaction, and that's still hard at 61. But
Yes.
like pommel horse at 61 is just no.
No.
I was gonna say,
But
I
I'm
don't
just
know,
saying,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
seeing people kind of like it
But
was.
the Turkish sharpshooter guy, he was like in his 50s.
Yeah. So I like seeing a broad display of
Yeah.
talents that are still making it out to the Olympics. But anyway, so he's born in Worcester, and he went to school there. He went to Worcester Technical High School, and he studied some sort of electrical thing, but ended up going to Penn State and graduating with a degree in electrical engineering.
Huh? Okay.
He's got a
so he's
girl-
no dummy.
No, not at all. He's got a gal,
A gal
and they've settled down in Florida together, and they've
Okay.
been together for a while.
from Worcester to Florida.
Yeah.
Man, that's
I imagine like either girlfriend related or job related.
Yeah, I
Right?
can see that.
Or U.S. team gymnast related.
I still
Yeah,
feel
'cause-
bad for him.
I feel like that could be like a training location.
right?
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
So he seems like he's lived his life with pretty intentional decisions on where he wants to be,
Yeah.
both education and gymnastics related. So I'm sure it's for good reason. I like that I'm trying to like find
Justify. Please
someone
justify
living in
this
Florida.
this 20-something-year-old moving to Florida.
Yeah. As I said, his last name is Slavic, and so he does have some, I don't want to say like close roots, but great grandparents are from Slovakia.
Okay.
And so part of the big deal with Stephen, right, he sat idly waiting for his event for some of the clips. I'm sure he was up cheering for his team, but
Yeah.
also very much just like mentally preparing for what he had to do. And you see him kind of like doing the little getting his hand motions
Yeah.
down while he's standing up, just kind of like getting ready.
Playing air pommel horse.
Yes. And then right before his event, you see him like very serious, stoic face, not like a lot of reaction to what's going on around him. So from a short clip, you'd see this very like no nonsense kind of guy
Yeah.
get up, walk to the pommel horse. He gets a pep talk from the coach.
Yeah.
Team is cheering for him.
Go get him, Tiger. That kind of thing.
And you'll notice he has to walk up with his glasses on.
Yeah.
It's because he has actual visual impairment.
Okay.
But you can't pommel horse with glasses on. They'll probably fall
Obviously.
off, right?
Yeah.
So he has to walk up with them,
Yeah.
remove them. And this is where people have compared him. They're like, it's like Clark Kent turning into Superman. But I'm like, no, he's like Spidey sensing this.
Yeah. For those of us who have very poor eyesight,
Yeah.
it's like,
Do you have really poor eyesight?
oh my God.
What's your prescription?
Bad? I don't know off the top of my head.
You don't?
No, I have no idea.
That's great.
It's bad and it's old.
We should
Yeah.
trade glasses.
Yeah.
I'm negative 11 in both eyes.
Wow, you know, I have zero idea what I
I have. It's because I order
she's
my own glasses.
probably gotten her glasses in the last 10 years.
Yeah. my prescription's super old. But if I put my glasses down,
I can't see them.
I have no idea where
Yeah.
they are. So I have to put them in like
I
the same
can't
space.
go longer without my eyesight keeps getting worse.
Yeah.
So I can't go longer than a year without getting new
Yeah,
glasses.
Mine
would
is
be
starting
crazy.
to, but mine is starting to in the other way.
Yeah,
Like
with reading.
So, but that's
Yeah.
because I'm old.
Yeah. That I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I got nothing. I can just see.
They
I'm
don't
sorry.
even want me getting LASIK. They're like, you're a very bad candidate for it.
Oh, really?
Yes. I'm like, are you sure?
They're like, just poke him out.
They like threw it at Donnie. They're like, you're gonna do great.
Yeah.
And I was like, I asked about it. They were like, I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I guess I.
They're like,
It's like, you know what? It won't really do enough, and it'll make us look bad. So no, you're a bad candidate.
So like, I totally get the.
yeah.
I need glasses
need
to
them.
see
Yeah.
where I'm going.
So this is
So otherwise, they'd be like, you're pommel horsing on the ice machine. Yeah.
this has prevented him from having a driver's license.
Wow.
So he has
even with his glasses?
I believe so. It's the way it's written.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
from what I
serious.
He has 2 different conditions that impact just light sensitivity.
Yeah.
He's,
read, like his eyes are like permanently dilated or something.
there's some, and then
wow.
no, there's something with like he has like extra holes where they shouldn't be in his eyes.
Oh,
I got a
interesting.
problem with depth perception. He's got
Light sensitivity, depth perception. You should not be driving.
and strabismus and coloboma. So one is like the thing I talked about with like
Alabama.
yeah the issue with like holes where they shouldn't be in your retina, and then the other one is needing your glasses to make sure your eyes stay like straight. So it's not just a lazy eye. It's
They just go crazy.
Yes, yeah.
Yep.
They're gonna leave you high and dry if you don't have the glasses on. So he really needs them. And then, so yeah, he takes off his thing and then he gets onto the pommel horse. Did you guys see it?
They did.
Oh, it was magical. I've never really been that interested in the pommel horse before.
I guess.
It was just very well executed. There was like no. I don't know. He just knew exactly what he was there to do.
I always feel like stuff like that is.
He's literally doing it by touch.
Yes.
It's all muscle memory. He can't see what he's doing, so he's like,
But it's
don't move on me, because if it moves, I'm hosed.
when you get to that level, it's like such high level of competition where I feel like I don't know enough to know if someone did something wrong.
I also feel like at that point, like we know everyone performing there is so good. It's like the pressure is probably like the worst part.
Yeah,
right?
for sure. Yeah.
So that was part of his allure, because when you see him take his glasses off, you're like, that he can't see anything. You can like tell. Like he's got that like look to him, like his eyes, like he's like kind of blinking his eyes and like trying to like get them adjusted as quickly as possible. And you're like, he
has no idea. He's reaching out and hoping.
I missed the vision
so
impairment
blind.
thing, so I'm gonna have to go back and just watch that part of it.
He's a pommel horse wizard.
yes. So he does a great job. He sticks to landing. He does it immediately after he sticks to landing. There's just a wave of like pure exuberance in the team. Like they all run up like
they knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He knew right after he did the like, yeah, like, you know, fists and like shaking with like, yeah, I did it kind of.
Yeah.
And his team came over and lifted him up. And the whole time his team's on the sidelines and they're like, Steven, woo! Like, they're like, you got this. Like
you
tensing.
do in sports stuff.
I know,
Yes.
but it was just like, I don't know why the men's U.S. gymnastics team has been like so pushed on me, like
know.
from for my For You page.
Yeah.
But I like this.
Because all you have to do is like watch
one.
something all the way through completion,
Yes.
and then TikTok's like, I'm going to show them every
Yes,
video
and it was
of dogs talking, and you're like, I mean, I want to watch them.
It was
all.
just that one first pommel horse thing I watched. I think, honestly, what caught me was his glasses. I was like, he's not going to do that with his glasses on. And I was like, well, he's not, but he is not seeing a thing right now.
Yeah.
Which blew my mind. But it was pretty good. It was such a cool little clip. I know not everyone is into like the sportsmanship and like USA thing, but like in that moment I was like, yeah, good for you guys. You did it. But I think it was the first time, so there was a few records broken there. It's been the first time in a long time that the U.S. men's gymnastics team has placed at all.
Yeah.
I want to say like since like 2008.
Yeah.
And then there was some records
Which
broken.
doesn't sound like it's a long time ago,
But it was. And then definitely for pommel horse, he was the fourth person since like World War II
Wow.
to win it to place for the
US,
men's. And then there was some other weird thing he broke, but it was
His glasses. He broke his
he
glasses.
broke his glasses. Yeah, no, they don't win that often though.
Yeah.
So it was a very good year for our men's gymnastics, and of course the women's gymnastics team.
Yeah, they're
But that's no one's from Massachusetts that I'm
No.
aware of. So
No,
sorry.
and also it's, I hate saying this, but the women's gymnastics team has been so,
we've been pretty good for a long
like,
time.
they've been like that top tier. Like,
Yeah,
like it's not a surprise when they're
nobody, it's
Awesome.
you go in, you root for the underdogs.
Yeah.
The women's gymnastics team's not an underdog.
no,
Has not been
it's
an
kind of
underdog
like
for
you
a
just,
long time.
You just know what's going to happen there.
It's like, you look at basketball, Team USA. Yeah, look, if South Sudan pushes them at all,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Go South Sudan.
unrelated to Massachusetts, but I saw that the first refugee won a medal. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is a refugee?
There's a refugee
And I was like,
team.
oh yeah. I'm like, that's so cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
She can't go home.
I can't remember what I want to say some sort of track event, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
I'm not sure either.
Yeah.
But
Sorry.
I know. No, that's
Little
okay.
sidebar.
No, I mean, the Olympics, there's so much to talk about. Before all of this, he was obviously a very accomplished gymnast.
Yeah.
Still only with pommel horse. He's never ventured off, from what I can see, at least for
Well,
competitions he's placed in.
that makes
Yeah.
sense because I feel like if your vision is that bad, you're limited to what you
Mm-hmm.
can do.
So
Like
he's
anything that involves here, run at this. You're like,
Or even
Like-
like
Yeah,
uneven
yeah.
bars.
Like the vault. The
yeah,
vault.
The
Yeah.
vault, uneven
I
bars.
can't imagine.
balance beam.
Yeah.
They don't do that in men's gymnastics.
They don't? I don't know.
No, they
I feel
don't.
like you could do rings. I feel like
The
that's
ring-
Yeah.
I think they have that instead. I think they have the
Yeah.
rings instead of the balance
Women
beam.
don't do the pommel horse. They do the balance beam. They both do.
Do the guys do the floor?
I think
They do the
so.
floor because there was a guy just medaled from the Philippines. He did
Yeah.
a good job.
Like their first ever medalist?
Yep.
Or, yeah.
Yep.
I see what pops up in my feed.
So he was world champion 2021 Japan. He got gold there.
Yeah.
2 golds and a silver with the NCAA through a few years of championships.
Yep.
As well as 2 more golds from FIG World Cup series and Pan American Games.
This old hat. Who cares? Who
He's-
cares that he got another medal?
So
Done it
he's
so many times.
very accomplished
Yeah.
and like placed, not just placed, but got golds in
Yeah.
a lot of like worldwide competitions.
Yeah.
Yes, big stuff. He bronzed for the pommel horse, as we talked about. Placing in just being an Olympian is
Yeah.
incredible,
Yeah, for sure.
right? But placing, amazing. And the whole team, as I said, was
I had a
was
cousin
bronze.
that almost went to the Olympics.
You had a cousin that almost won?
Almost. Yeah.
Wow.
We went to we drove down to Pennsylvania to watch like the qualifying, and she just missed out. And she would have been the first deaf diver.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It was like around the time like Greg Louganis was like the big diving Olympiad person. So
This is to do with Wareham. So keep it local, nothing to do with anyone I know. But Gina Davis, I think, was.
yeah.
She's
archery,
like
right?
borderline.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
an Olympic caliber archer, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah. She's kind of a pretty amazing person.
She is.
Yeah.
She is so cool. We should do something about her.
She was from Wareham?
Yeah. She's
I knew
from
she was local, but I didn't know it was Wareham.
Yeah, she's Wareham.
Yeah.
She went to Wareham High.
Nice.
Grew up there. Yep. I work with someone who went to school with her. Isn't that
Do they
cool?
have nice things to say about her?
Yeah, she didn't really know her.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That's always that like,
But yeah, it was this moment in time in this history has obviously been pushed to me, but like I know other people that keep getting the same type of thing. I don't know if it's a combination of the Massachusetts,
Yeah.
my intrigue in his glasses at first, and maybe just being swept away by all the Olympic lore.
you get Warby Parker heads?
I just like I've just been seeing so much of it, but the internet itself, like people have rewatched his, like, his event, right?
Yeah.
Trying to remember the words they use in the Olympics. His event, and just done commentary on it on
really?
TikTok, but
Yeah.
as like a regular average Joe.
Yeah.
And like they're like, he's the specialist. Like that's what they call it. Like
Yeah.
nickname the specialist. He's like, we're gonna see what Steven can do. And he's like, Steven can't see what Steven can do.
That's funny.
Yeah, so I've just seen so much of it, and I was like, this is it's just right now. It's happening
Yeah.
right now. It all just literally happened. So
And it's
Yeah.
one of those, like, I wonder, like, if that's where you're literally there to do one thing.
yeah.
You know, it's just like your moment's going to be over. Like, it's not a long.
No,
Like, it was
like I don't even think it's 2 minutes.
No, there's no way it's
No.
2 minutes.
Yeah, it's less than that.
Yeah. So it's just like, wow, you worked your whole life,
Yes.
flew to another country, and you wait around for days
Yeah.
to do like a minute and a half.
So I just heard an interview with a gymnast. She did it when she was so much younger.
Yeah.
And she was saying how she did the Olympics, and it was the day after. And she said, almost exactly that. She
Yeah.
was like, my thing was over, and whatever her Olympic event,
Yeah.
it was probably 5 minutes,
or something.
right?
Yeah.
And she was like, and the next day I woke up and I didn't know how to live. She's like, I didn't know what I could eat
Yeah.
because she was so used to
It was over.
yeah, she was like, she's like, I was thinking I could eat like 5 pieces of French toast, and I was like, that's like how much I normally eat.
I was gonna.
Yeah, it's
You're like, wait, why is that a weird thing?
So yes, you can eat breakfast.
Yeah, well, she was used to like
Like half an apple and
avocado
Yeah.
and like whatever.
Yeah, it's
licking the box of cereal.
And yeah, I just was like, that's so crazy. So yes, you're all this time and moment built up, and then the very next day,
Yeah.
after the buzz is worn off.
And that's one of those things that I always found interesting about like Olympic athletes is the vast majority of, like, there's all this build up, and while they're there, there's all this news coverage, and I'm like, but it's not, they might get some endorsement. Like once it's over, then they're just like, oh, now I'm an electrical engineer,
Back to life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
hopefully they have a career.
I'm just like a regular Joe.
Stephen has done his due diligence
Yeah.
in life to have it set up for after Olympics,
Yeah.
right? Or
Okay, so
whatever he
I've been
feels like
poking
doing.
around.
Yeah.
He's he's not the only guy from Massachusetts. Well, he's obviously not the only person from Massachusetts in the Olympics.
No, of course. He's just
There
the
are
only one that's been pushed
20
to
of
me.
them.
Yeah.
There's 20 of them right now?
There are 20 people from Massachusetts
Wow.
at the Olympics. He's not even the only gymnast.
No.
Okay.
He's not even the only guy who medaled in the all-around from Massachusetts.
Yeah, but does the other guy have glasses like Superman?
Maybe. I don't really know. He can probably
Who's the
see
other?
otherwise.
Which one is the other
His
guy?
name is Fred Richard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's from Stoughton.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
sorry,
yeah.
Fred Richard.
I like how you're like, yeah. Like, you know him.
No, I just seem like I've been watching him too. I
Yeah,
just
no, it's
never
just
realized.
He has been watching.
Yeah.
He's from Stoughton.
That's where I was born.
That is where my entire family is from.
That's so
I
funny.
have no ties to Stoughton.
Well, that's fine.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you go through and it's, there are
Fred,
2
I'm
guys
sorry.
on the gymnastics team.
Steven has been the only one whose backstory has been.
But yeah, no, we've got rowers, we've got gymnasts, we've got a guy on the
Yes.
soccer team. There are women, there are people on the rugby sevens,
Yeah.
like the women's rugby team.
Yeah.
A couple of players from Massachusetts, field hockey, pick your sport. You got somebody local. to root for.
What towns are they? Like anybody from Plymouth? Or what's the closest one?
Maybe Stoughton.
I mean, Stoughton's
Stoughton's
probably
pretty
the
close,
closest,
yeah.
but Attleboro,
Okay.
Boston, Ducks. Oh, Ducks. There's a woman on the field hockey team from Duxbury,
Wow.
Oh, wow.
and then one of the rugby players is from Franklin.
Franklin's not too far.
No,
Very cool.
I didn't realize women's rugby was a thing.
I didn't realize it was an Olympic thing.
I just didn't know it existed at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sports.
Sports.
Yeah, sports.
Go sports.
I know. Well, as I said, I don't think I disheartened anyone else on the men's Olympic team.
Oh, no.
They
no.
all did an amazing job. It was very
He's
cool
the
to
only
watch.
one that I've seen.
Yeah.
You know?
No, his story, I think, because of the specialist deal.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah, he's
It's a specialist that
He's
came down to
legally-
him.
Yeah,
It was.
yeah.
Yeah, he was the guy at the
it
end.
was just
yeah.
one of those moments.
It's a good story.
It definitely
Yeah,
is.
it's a good story. It's a good image. Him just sitting there, like, just
But the-
napping against the wall.
But the rest of them, they've all done. It's been such a. I saw a montage this morning and I got like teary eyed. I was like, they're doing so good. They did so good.
The Olympic stories tear you up?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
They definitely do.
Yeah.
Even if they're not for the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes. I'm like,
And that's kind of the best part of the Olympics is
I feel like that's all it is.
It's-
like half of the coverage is we're going to tell you about this super sad story about this particular athlete.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
just how it's like. No, I just want to watch sports that I do not care about for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
Like, show me women's rugby. Am I going to watch it in 6 months? I don't know, but like, I care now.
yeah.
I care about the archery. I, for some reason, care about the shooting because there was.
I know, me too.
Like the one from like South Korea who just looked insanely
Yeah.
cool.
I like the winter Olympics.
Oh, I'm a Winter
for-
Olympics guy. That's my problem.
Yeah.
Like all my fun weird sports are all like
But the one where they ski and then shoot.
biathlon.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that one.
Yeah.
I love watching downhill skiing. I don't know why, but I will
So
watch.
like I have zero interest in watching
I
any
will
Olympics.
I will
Yeah.
watch like if the championships are airing on something. I'm like, I'm down. I'm
When
here.
I was little, I was big on the gymnastics and then
Never cared
figure
about
skating.
gymnastics.
I find it more
It's too mainstream.
Yeah, that was where it
gymnastics
got
and
me.
figure skating is what I feel
I was
like
into
is
curling
always
before
on.
it was cool.
Yes.
But I always find it more interesting being like, oh, that's a sport is usually my
yeah,
like
that's where I am at now.
this year
the-
it's like kayak slalom and I'm
Yeah.
like watching and going, I don't even understand what he's trying to do.
Slalom.
It's not like you would expect that.
No.
You would I understand what a slalom is,
Like,
but
it's a weird- yeah.
There's posts and they're colored and I can't tell like
Yeah.
how he's trying or like just because his head went through, does that like it's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, but it's the kind of like I'll watch that. Honestly, that's the kind of stuff I care more about because that's
If there was more coverage of stuff like that, I'd probably watch more just because I'd be like, I
just give me the
yeah.
what's the other? It's not soccer, floorball, handball.
handball.
I don't know. I saw like a 30-second clip. I'm like, what is going on?
Why
Like,
is this not on like? I think there's an Olympic channel, right?
You can Peacock has
Peacock,
like
yeah.
a
Just
streamed.
give me
version.
nothing but like the weird. Give me the weirds. Give
I
me
want
the
the
weird
stuff that's going to end up
feed.
on like ESPN3.
And then I
Give
just
me the Ocho's
found
version
out
of the Olympics.
If you have Peacock, you can like it breaks it down into categories, so you can go right to the weird ones.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes,
Well, I know what I'm doing when I get
and
home.
and skip all the air.
Yeah.
Like there's always a lot of
Dead air.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like I don't care about the sad story of this person in the Olympics. I want to watch them do something ridiculously athletic. Because that's why I'm watching the Olympics.
And I think the World Games come up next, and that's like the tryout for sports that want to be Olympic sports.
yeah.
yeah.
So there's like the weird like basketball that's like you can only run inside your designated square.
Oh, yeah.
I can't
Well,
remember what it's
they've also
called.
got two different basketballs now. There's like normal basketball, and now there's 3-on-3.
Interesting.
Oh, that's weird.
It's just you have 4 guys on the whole team, and you can like, and it's all I got.
Yeah.
And the ball's different.
Oh wow.
And if
Is
you,
it square?
I mean, balls aren't square, Andy.
I don't know.
Be cool if it was.
Yeah, be some real weird bounces.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just 3-on-3 and like half court.
Huh.
I know.
Interesting.
I know. There's a lot out there.
Yeah.
There's a lot you don't realize is like
There's a lot of I
Happening.
didn't know this was a sport,
I know, and people literally it's like their whole life.
and yeah, people have spent years, 10 plus years
Gotta-
becoming an expert in. Like, there's somebody out there who's like a handball expert, and it's like I did not know that was a sport.
Yeah.
I love handball. If we're talking about the same kind of handball.
50-50.
So, I don't know. It's the one.
So there's handball like that's similar to
Oh, this one has like nets at the end. Like it looked like they were playing.
they're running
Yeah.
on a
Yeah,
field,
field.
type of
Yeah.
thing. Yes, so that's a handball I
Yeah.
am used to playing.
Yeah.
And then some people call what I call wall ball handball.
It's kind of like racquetball.
See, that's what I was
Yes.
thinking
Yeah,
of.
yeah,
Yes, yes,
actually.
yes.
So
Glad we cleared it up.
Hannah and I were discussing different handballs.
A great trivia Olympic factoid for you. Mm-hmm. So the gentleman who's considered you can't answer this because I know you know the answer.
Okay.
He was considered like the father of modern Olympics. I don't know what his name is off the top of my head. Medaled in an Olympic event. Do you know what it was?
The father of modern Olympics
medaled in an Olympic event.
I don't.
Poetry.
What?
Poetry was an event at the first modern Olympics.
They had all sorts of like weird, like it
was very experimental.
It was like pitched like, oh, it's going to be sports and arts.
And then people realized that watching the arts wasn't nearly as fun.
Yeah.
Like no one's watching like
no one's like, yeah, paint that canvas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one's traveling for every 4 years to watch somebody paint.
I'm still confused about the question you asked.
So the father of modern Olympics, the guy who like brought back the Olympics.
Okay.
Medaled in poetry.
Okay.
As an Olympic event.
Okay. I gotcha. When was this?
I believe
1890. Can you edit in like the actual thing where I just said
you know
the
that I
date?
can. You also know that I won't.
I know. We can look it up. Stand by.
All right.
Anyway. Because I'm like, I've never even heard
They had
of
like
them.
all sorts of weird, like city planning was an event.
We could probably do with some of that stuff, honestly.
I don't know, it has to be an Olympic sport, but
No,
Look.
get more people involved.
yeah.
Our biggest issue was
More voices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More like ideas.
Yeah.
Did you find it?
Let's see, 1896. I believe the first modern Olympics was in 1896.
I feel like I was pretty close when I mumbled an
Yeah,
answer.
you
You did
were.
mumble real
Yeah.
good. Well mumbled, sir.
Thank you.
All right, so the 1896 Summer Olympics.
Well, I'm glad they don't do that, to be honest.
Oh, it's kind of, I thought it was silly. But
They should just be like a different world event then.
yeah, just do like the poetry cage.
Or just like
Match.
arts, like
Yeah.
arts something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know why they try to do it that
I don't
way.
think we need to not do another like globally unifying thing.
But I also find judging creativity type things is very like
Maybe not under.
hard to-
Maybe
yeah.
it's not even like a competition. Maybe
Like, I don't
it's-
think it was 1896.
Do you know what I would like to see come back? Is
what's
the
that?
World's Fair.
Yeah,
Like, why don't
maybe
they
it's
do that?
something like
yeah, like why
that.
don't they do that anymore? That seems super cool.
Right. Even though I know sometimes the whole point of fairs is to like get ribbons for stuff,
Yeah,
but that's okay.
Yeah,
More ideas.
yeah,
We're talking ideas here.
cool stuff. And
Yeah.
Let's see.
it's hot out. Our research engine's a little slow.
I'm
today.
just
Sorry, I'm trying
prior to 1900 is kind of what I was looking for.
Yeah,
It
prior
was-
to 1890 something.
yeah,
6.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last World's Fair, which is now just called Expo, whatever year it was in 2022
Really?
in Dubai.
Yeah. Well.
And then the one before that was in 2017 in Kazakhstan
Huh.
and 2015 in Italy.
But they need to just get better promos.
They-
I was gonna say
They're
like,
still
why,
apparently doing
why
World's
do you
Expos.
Not even know about that.
yeah,
Like,
they just need more.
Yeah, I had no idea, but
yeah.
like,
I just assumed they were done.
We need to get some people from Massachusetts there.
Yeah.
Fish is like, there's 30 people.
There's 30 people already there. One lives on your block.
Yeah,
That's so
look, we don't really talk about this, but Anna was actually at the 2020 World Expo in Dubai.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But I mean, that's kind of one of the interesting things in kind of the point of this is like we had our small press expo today and someone's like, wow, I had no idea there were this many local authors of any kind. And I'm like, yeah, man, there's a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and it's lots of cool stuff in your neighborhood, kids.
Right.
Okay, so so the American Pavilion at World Expo 2020
It was built by a guy from Massachusetts.
it had Thomas Jefferson's copy of the Quran, a moonrock sample collected by astronaut Jack Schmitt, a 43-meter tall replica of the Falcon 9 booster rocket. Thank you. And the Mars Opportunity rover replica.
That's cool. Very space. Well, I suppose that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the World's Fair. The whole point is to be like.
We're going to start with Thomas Jefferson, and then you're like, and rockets. And
I mean,
like,
it was in
fast,
Dubai, so it's the kind of thing where you have.
Oh, yeah.
Get it?
Yeah,
You know,
makes
yeah.
sense. But I think I owe our other champion on the men's Olympic team from Massachusetts some readout next episode.
Yeah.
If it's not the whole episode.
But yeah,
I mean,
like.
He's earned it.
He gets it.
Like he got
No.
one else. Like I'll be honest, I don't know any of their names.
Yeah.
Like if I didn't know he was a guy from Stoughton, I would have no clue.
Well, all the athletes in the Olympics. Good on you.
But especially the ones from Mass.
Yeah, that's right.
Woohoo!
This is the part where we stop talking?
And thanks for checking out the show today, listeners. If you enjoyed the content today, you can go over to patreon.com/Inebri-art to support the show. You can join over there for just a few dollars a month and help us provide this fun content that you just checked out. You can also email us at Inebri-art.com with your questions, complaints, and concerns, or you can find us on all social medias at Inebri-art or at Inebri-art6 on Instagram. And also don't forget to check out our other shows, Bar Talk Podcast, Old Colony Cast, Inebri-art, and all the other shows on the Inebri-art Network, which you can find at Inebri-art.com. Thanks again for listening.